Okay, friends, Doc South here, and well, I've made up this list. Actually, I've had this list for a while. I don't know. I get these cards off the shelf at the store I work for, and no, I don't take them until the sale's over. By the way, it's a pretty good deal. $4.99 for Kleenex facial tissue, 3 or 4 pack bundles. Whoa, gosh. Where was I when this was on the shelf? No, but that's what these things do. And they get thrown out. And I figured, gee, that's good writing notes. And in which case, I did just that on the back of this card. And I'm going to use this card till I run out of space. And then I'll get me another card and do it again if I can, if at all possible. And it's like I did a video like here. I just use a word or two to prompt me to do a little bit, a paragraph or two of verbal on these videos I do. And like I did one about like, I know, and that was, I think, just a matter of, you don't you kind of need like before you need love. Oh, you might need love, but you kind of got to get like before you get to love. Right, okay. And then from love, maybe eventually you get to ecstasy and the like. But or you name it, I suppose. And that's what I did. I described it. It's in one of my videos. You'd have to go to my YouTube site, Doc South Show at yahoo.com, I think. And it should appear. And, or my YouTube site, Doc South Show on YouTube. And you might find like in there, maybe. If not, just there's a gazillion videos. And there you are. You can just look at them as we do them every day. I try to do 1 or 2 or 3 every day, if at all possible. Okay, so anyway, so I've got this list of phrases or words. Okay, here's one: apprentice angel. Apprentice angel. When you get right down to it, we're all apprentice angels. We're here on earth. We're kind of, what does an apprentice get to do? They get to do the day-to-day humdrum jobs in a workshop, a store, in a writing, in a room where maybe people are writing or they're working on a book or a story. The apprentice probably mostly it's just got to learn the ropes and study and dig the scene wherever possible. And then one day they aren't an apprentice anymore. They're an angel. As angels go, I imagine it takes a lot to learn how to be an angel. You probably got to learn to be pretty quick with your fists. You got to learn how to fly, for crying out loud. You got to learn to, talk nicely to the big guy. And, right? That'd be a fine how do you do. You go through all that angel training and you get screamed at by God because heaven knows you did something wrong in the mess hall. You get the idea. In other words, an apprentice angel. That's kind of what people are. As a human, we are, again, apprentice angels. Eventually, with luck, we get our wings. If we get through a life and don't quite make it, I got a feeling, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say yes or no, but I got a feeling somehow you get one chance after another till you finally, for crying out loud, get it right. You're an apprentice angel. I don't know if you do something really rancid and evil, maybe you don't get your chance. I don't know. I would think, my own opinion is, I think God would probably give you a talking to, maybe chase you around with a few lightning bolts and tell you to get back to your book work. And the exam is in another 10 years, and you're the apprentice. But I think, all in all, we're apprentice angels. Some maybe make it in just like that, a month or 2. There you go, you're in. If you're into the Angel Corps, and you go out on your assignments. That'd be my opinion. Apprentice angel. That's something definitely to strive to be. And you just keep asking yourself, would an apprentice angel, pull over knock over the jukebox, take all its money out? No, of course not. An apprentice angel would put the jukebox back and maybe sneak a few dimes into some guy's pocket, especially if he looked like he was going to play some good doo-wop music, for the tavern. An apprentice angel. They're angels in training, but more advanced than a human. And I don't know if humans can become one. I think you gotta bite the big one, and then perhaps they decide. You want to be an angel, or maybe apprentice angel for this one. Look at that stuff he did. Oh God, yeah. Get back down there. You almost made it, but you slipped up a few times there in Lover's Lane there, pal. Yeah. Yeah, no, too late to say you're sorry. Get back to work. Yeah. Okay. I can see it now. And then there's another one. Here's another thing that I think apprentice angels should keep an eye on. They shouldn't worry so much. How many times do we ruin stuff with worrying? Oh, I know me. Oh, I'm bad at it. I mean, really, all the time. Oh, what if I get... Oh. And I think I get that from my mother. Except Mom would worry. The interesting thing about Mom's worrying was she really wasn't worrying about herself. She was worrying about others, which there's a difference. Worrying about yourself, sometimes very apropos, but other times, shush, God, listen to him gripe. He keeps worrying about himself. God, look, man. Yeah, no, I think it'd probably be a very good idea to get it in your head to cool it on the worrying and just boogie along and be ready. Try to be kind and decent and all that, but don't worry so much. Just kind of let it roll, shall we say, right? Okay. You see what I'm talking about? These are kind of fun. Okay, apprentice angel should know about the daily bread. The daily bread. Give us this day our daily bread. They aren't asking for linguine with clam sauce and raviolis on the side. They're saying daily bread. Yeah, eat a feast when you get a chance. But a lot of times just a nice humble meal, peanut butter and jelly, might not be a bad thing. That way more people get fed. I would think that'd be a good way to put it, or to think about it. And it doesn't, it's bread. No matter what it is, pâté de foie gras or bread, getting all, either one of them getting into your stomach is nourishment. You probably get more nourishment out of the bread, even though, someone ritzy would say, no, I want the pâté de foie gras, please. Yeah. And I'd be okay till they told me what was in it. Yeah. Then I think, oh, I'll have the bread, please. I'll have it daily. Yes, you can put me down every day. I want a little, two slices of bread, please. Got any jelly? Okay. Yeah. That's another one. Have a good heart. Have a good heart. Now that also means, a heart that beats nicely. You've taken good care of yourself. Your heart's in, shall we say, tick-tock shape. Okay. But a good heart is also someone who's good-hearted, who knows a person in a jam when they see that person. They have a good enough heart to go out and help. You see what I'm saying? You're good-hearted. You're out there. Your heart is beating not just for you, which of course is necessary, but also the beating of your heart is also helping others. You're good-hearted. Okay. Again, I don't know if if someone who puts together a doggone dictionary, was that, is that Funk and Wagnalls? Yeah, I don't know. They might disagree with my thoughts on the matter, but I like doing this for you. This is kind of nice. What's this one? Gosh, I can hardly read my. Oh, here's a good one. If you're going to be an angel, if you want to be in the angel corps, you want to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Okay, be a good lyric for a song, wouldn't it? Yeah. Accentuate the positive. There's a song about it. You can find it. It's from the I think the 40s, the mid 40s. I'd say on either side of the end of World War II. That song was being sung a lot. I remember hearing it as a kid in the late 40s, like say 49, 1950, something like that. Forget who sings it. You got to. I think it was one of the big bands, one of the singers in a big band. Okay. I'm going to keep on going for a little while. Okay. Be grateful for the chance. What else is Earth but a chance to show what you can do to the big guy? Yeah. Be grateful that you've got a chance to be in on it all, to learn all you need to know. Okay, another thing, humble. Humble. Yep, you don't want to be, just do your good deeds and move on. Be like some of those guys in the Old West, remember, like Wyatt Earp or something. Well, ma'am, we took care of that varmint for you. And come on, Pedro, let's go. And he was humble. Yeah, I weren't looking for no money, ma'am. Well, how about a kiss? Well, maybe a kiss, but just on the cheek, please. Yeah, don't want you to get all messed up by my darn beard. Haven't had a chance to wash it off yet. You get the idea. So definitely, you definitely want to be humble. Yeah, and you do something great and good, feel good. Scream and holler when no one else is around, but you don't have to brag on it. Yeah, although I guess maybe a little. Okay. What else here? The Lord's Prayer. That's a prayer we were given to by God, as near as I can tell, and it's a darn good prayer. So whenever you get a chance, you're walking into work, going to bed, you got up in the morning, hey, did you wake up breathing? Good time to do the Lord's Prayer to give thanks. How does it go? Our Father, okay, we're all brothers and sisters. Our Father, who art in heaven. Our home's in heaven if we choose, if we want to go there. And I dare say that's definitely the case. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Our heavenly dad is the real deal. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, it's waiting for us. Thy will be done. God's will runs it. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, both places. God's got the reins. Give us this day, not asking for a million days, give us this day our daily bread, okay, and forgive us our trespasses. Forgive us of crummy things we did in the past, as we forgive those who trespass against us. In other words, if we're going to be forgiven, we ought to do a little forgiving ourselves. We forgive those we forgive those trespassing. We forgive those who trespass against us. Okay, here you go. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean evil's going to jump out and bite you on the neck. That means evil. You doing it, someone doing it to you. Evil. Like war and stuff. Deliver us from evil. For this is your kingdom, not ours, your kingdom, God. For this is thy kingdom, the power, your power, and the glory forever, so be it. In other words, God's got he's got the reins, and we're here to do all we can to help and to live according to the Lord's Prayer. Works. I try doing that prayer a couple times a day, and I got to admit, even if you don't get a array of angels on a big golden staircase coming down singing at you, somehow that prayer just gets me anyway, gets me to thinking that everything's okay, and that try to live like that. And yeah, things can go wrong, but what can go wrong? I don't know, but that's what I think. Now that said, the next thing on my list, and this list could be 800 feet long for all I know, but I got at least these words on it. Let's see, serve. Okay, armed with that Lord's Prayer, go out and serve. Do what you can to help others, to serve. Right. And you don't have to be a nut about it, but wherever you get a chance, do a little this and that to maybe make someone else's life a little better if you can. Ignite the life. In other words, you've been given a life. Ignite it. Get it going. Hey, throw a little more charcoal on that fire there. Okay. Rescue the low. When I think about it, one of my happiest times was when I worked on a rescue squad. It was just so great to be able to go out with training, to go out and help someone who's just been nailed one way or another, hurt somehow, sick somehow, and there you are getting them back. Even if they're kicking and screaming and punching at you, you're still rescuing them. And to me, that was, in a way, I wish I was still doing that. I'm a little old now and a bit shaky in the brain, but I think rescuing those who are in a jam, very good thing to do. And I think you can do it in all kinds of genres. So, okay, pick the genre near you. Let's see. It's more about others. It's, in a way, that's true. I mean, you're pretty much in control of you, but when you get right down and talking about yourself, maybe a little bragging here and there, and a little, did it, you kind of thing. There's nothing wrong about that. But again, be glad when you see other people doing well too. It means you got a few less people to worry about. Okay, nice. Live to uplift. Do what you can this is similar to ignite the life. Live to uplift. Do what you can to make other people just a little better. And then here, this one, you're on with that prayer, you're sort of putting yourself on God's side. And enthusiasm. What the heck's wrong with enthusiasm? Go about it enthusiastically. You don't have to be, at 3 a.m. pounding on a drum and singing up and down the street, but just some enthusiasm. And again, enthusiasm, sometimes it's overdone, isn't done well anyway. And then show some compassion. Sometimes people aren't going to get it right. They're going to feel awful. Show them a little compassion. Tell them, maybe work a little, maybe let's try this other angle, that kind of thing. Show them you're still there for them. And then here's the other one is, don't rain on parades. Someone's got it going pretty good, and it's not really hurting anyone. In fact, it might even be making people a little happier. Well, you don't have to rain on that guy's parade. Maybe he's doing everything just like he made in his plans when he booked passage down here to good old planet Earth. Maybe. I mean, we don't really know all the stuff that's going on, but I think when we get all down to it, or get all up to it, shall we say, I think we're going to find, yeah, I think we're going to find God's a pretty cool dude, shall we say. Hey, oh, you're here, huh? Hey, did you get that chili sauce from Newcastle, Pennsylvania? I was hoping you'd get some of that. You got it. Oh, good. You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I gave you about 5 minutes more life just to get that jar. I know you stumbled out of the chili dog restaurant, yeah, and the sauce rolled away. That's right. Gabe got it for me and brought it up. Thank you. Yeah, that kind of thing. Just do what you can to be thinking about. Like you get right down to it. Think about others at least as much as you think about yourself. And there you go. There you go. You know who's very good at thinking about others and caring is my wife, Sandy. Absolutely amazing. And as near as I know, always been pretty much that way. I've seen her get many a friend out of a jam, one way or another. So I'll catch you later, friends. I know this is a long one, but I wanted to get this one out to you. And today's a good day to do it out here on the deck. I'll catch you later. God bless. Bye now.